First king of the Anglo-Saxons. Alfred the Great was the king of Wessex, who defended England from Viking invasions in the 9th century. A skilled warrior and diplomat, he unified much of southern England and laid the foundations for the English monarchy. First, Norman King of England. William the Conqueror was the Duke of Normandy, who invaded England in 1066 and won the Battle of Hastings. He became king by force, changing English history forever and starting the Norman dynasty. The Red King of England. William II, known as Rufus for his reddish hair, was the son of William the Conqueror. He ruled England from 1087 until 1100. Bold and sometimes reckless, he clashed with nobles and the church. Founder of the Plantagenet dynasty. Henry II was the first Plantagenet king of England, reigning from 1154 to 1189. He restored royal power after civil war, reformed the legal system, and expanded his empire across much of France. The Crusader king. Richard I, known as the Lionheart, was King of England from 1189 to 1199. He spent much of his reign abroad, leading the Third Crusade and earning fame for his bravery and military skill. The Troubled King of England. John, known as Lackland, was the youngest son of Henry II and ruled England from 1999 to 1216. His reign was marked by military failures, heavy taxation, and growing conflict with the nobility. The Warrior King of England. Edward III ruled England from 1327 to 1377 and was one of the most successful medieval kings. He revitalized royal authority and led England into the 100 Years' War against France, claiming the French crown. The hero of Agincourt. Henry V ruled England from 1413 to 1422 and became a national hero for his victories against France during the 100 Years' War. His most famous triumph was at the Battle of Agincourt in 1415. Founder of the Tudor dynasty, Henry VII became king after defeating Richard III at the Battle of Bosworth in 1485, ending the Wars of the Roses. He established the Tudor dynasty and brought stability to a war-torn England. The King with 6 Wives. Henry VIII ruled England from 1509 to 1547 and is best known for his 6 marriages and his break with the Catholic Church. He founded the Church of England after the Pope refused to annul his first marriage. The Boy King of England. Edward VI was the son of Henry VIII and ruled England from 1547 to 1553. He became king at just 9 years old, with his reign overseen by powerful regents during a time of major Protestant reform. Bloody Mary, the first Queen Regnant of England. Mary was the daughter of Henry VIII and Catherine of Aragon. She ruled England from 1553 to 1558 as its first crowned queen. A devout Catholic, she sought to reverse the Protestant reforms of her father and brother. The Virgin Queen Elizabeth I, daughter of Henry VIII and Anne Boleyn, ruled England from 1558 to 1603. Her reign, known as the Elizabethan era, was a golden age of exploration, literature, and national pride. The first Stuart King of England. James I was the son of Mary, Queen of Scots, and became the first monarch to rule both England and Scotland, starting in 1603. His reign united the crowns and began the Stuart dynasty in England. The king who lost his head. Charles I ruled England, Scotland and Ireland from 1625 to 1649. His belief in absolute monarchy and frequent clashes with Parliament led to the English Civil War and deep national division. The Merry Monarch. Charles II became king in 1660, restoring the monarchy after years of Republican rule under Oliver Cromwell. His reign, known as the Restoration period, was marked by a return to art, science, and theatre. The Protestant King William III, a Dutch prince, ruled England alongside his wife Mary II after the Glorious Revolution of 1688. They deposed James II without bloodshed and ushered in a new era of constitutional monarchy. The last Stuart monarch. Queen Anne ruled England, Scotland, and later Great Britain from 1702 to 1714. Her reign saw the unification of England and Scotland into the United Kingdom and ongoing wars against France in Europe. The first Hanoverian king. George I became King of Great Britain in 1714 after the death of Queen Anne as the closest Protestant heir. Born and raised in Germany, he spoke little English and relied heavily on ministers to govern. The last British king, born abroad. George II ruled Great Britain and Ireland from 1727 to 1760. He was the last British monarch born outside England and the last to personally lead troops into battle at Dettingen in 1743. The king who lost America. George III ruled Great Britain from 1760 to 1820, one of the longest reigns in British history. His rule included the American Revolution, the Napoleonic Wars, and a period of great industrial and social change. The flamboyant prince, regent, George IV, ruled as Prince Regent from 1811 due to his father's illness, then as king from 1820 to 1830. Known for his lavish lifestyle, he was a patron of the arts, fashion, and grand architecture. The Empress of the British Empire. Queen Victoria ruled the United Kingdom from 1837 to 1901, over 63 years. Her reign, known as the Victorian era, was marked by industrial progress, global empire, and strict social values. The peacemaker King Edward VII was the eldest son of Queen Victoria and reigned from 1901 to 1910. His short but influential reign marked the beginning of the Edwardian era, a time of elegance, diplomacy, and change. The king through war and change. George V ruled the United Kingdom from 1910 to 1936, leading the nation through World War I and a time of great political and social upheaval. He was the first monarch of the House of Windsor. The king who abdicated, Edward VIII, became king in 1936, but ruled for less than a year. He shocked the world by abdicating the throne to marry Wallis Simpson, an American divorcee, which was unacceptable to the church and state. The reluctant king. George VI became king in 1936 after his brother Edward VIII abdicated. Shy and modest, He led Britain through World War II and became a symbol of courage and stability during crisis. The longest reigning monarch, Elizabeth II became Queen of the United Kingdom in 1952 and reigned for over 70 years, making her the longest reigning monarch in British history. Her reign saw vast changes in society, politics, and the global role of Britain. The new monarch in a modern age. Charles III became King of the United Kingdom in 2022, following the passing of his mother, Queen Elizabeth II. As the longest-serving heir in British history, he waited over 70 years to ascend the throne. If you enjoyed this video about the kings and queens of England, please give it a like and leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss more fascinating historical content. See you next time.